Podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
Welcome to this special little episode of the KJNA podcast. We're going to call this one the Character Delve, or maybe we'll change it. But Jay and I decided that we're going to pick a character from comics or movies or anything like that, and we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive, and we're going to explain it to each other based on the information that we found. And I decided that for my first one, because just like when we were picking anime, Jay liked to pick anime that he knew would be good, that he knew that we would enjoy, and I always picked the ones that would either be the worst ones, like it had the lowest score, or like that we, you know it, I would shit on it. I wanted something we could shit on together as friends, holding hands and telling it how terrible it is. And so I picked the most obscure or most ridiculous characters ever. And the first person that we are starting this character delve with is Condiment King.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So the first quote that comes with him is, the big bad guy. I knew you'd catch up to me sooner or later. How I've relished this meeting. You, the dynamic Dark Knight, versus me, the conceptual Condiment King, Batman. Let's see if you can cut the mustard.
So terrible. So terrible.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. There's just one of his quotes. He first appeared in Batman the Animated Series.
Well, that was his first appearance?
That was his first appearance. And then they later adapted it into the comics, though his origins are different in each one. He's usually like just a dim-witted criminal, because when it was first started, it turns out that he had some toxin that Joker had given him, and he was just a normal guy. But some toxin gave him, and it was one of those things where he was like, I have to be a criminal. What's the first thing I can think about?
Condiments.
Fucking condiments.
Jesus.
Yeah. And his real name is Mitchell Mayo.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's fantastic. And this is why he was also in the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he is. And as he's Batman is talking to Condiment King in the Lego movie, and he's like, you might be worth a Google.
You might be worth it.
He's so ridiculous, and but he's obviously meant to be a joke. Here are some of his other aliases, okay? The Condiment King, Mustard Man, the Sultan of Sauce, the Prince of Pickles, the Captain of Ketchup, the Master of Mustard,
Jesus freaking Christ.
And the Monarch of Mayo.
These are all his aliases.
These are all his aliases. It's so stupid.
It's so goddamn terrible.
It's why I love it. But they adopted him into the actual series where his the only difference was, instead of shooting ketchup and mustard, when they adopted it into the comics, instead of shooting ketchup and mustard out of his little squeezy tubes on his wrists, he shot like acid.
Okay.
And that's the only time he became somewhat of a real villain.
Okay.
In the comic books.
That
But yeah, any other comments about the Condiment King? I feel like I've informed everybody today. Thanks, DC.
I guess he's a step up from Kite Man? No, Kite Man has way more worth.
There's time for Kite Man, my friend.
Oh,
There's time for Kite Man.
I mean, him or Calendar Man.
Calendar Man.
Yeah. He was briefly seen in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Also played by James Gunn's brother. Even though he did the mocap for Weasel in that Suicide Squad movie.
I love the shitty villains. All right, thank you so much for listening. You can find us at KJNA Podcast at Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Threads, and you can find us on patreon.com/KJNA Podcast. You can also find us at buymeacoffee.com/KJNA Podcast if you just want to support us. Thank you for listening to this little mini episode. Let us know what you think at kjnapodcast@gmail.com. Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye.